Tell us the story, Wayne.
Oh, what is Steve? I rolled it.
So this is pretty much the wall cut. We're just doing a Range Rover Classic hood. It's 1975 for a customer, so they're wanting carbon fibre, but they want to have it painted on the outside. So we do the normal fiberglass on the outside to give it a little bit of body, and the carbon fibre for the look on the inside. Matt's driving all the way through to Austin, Texas tonight to deliver this Range Rover Classic hood 1975 to Dutch Safari Company for a Range Rover that they're building. So yeah, we've got it tied down, we think pretty good. I think we're pretty right there, Matt. I think we're pretty right. Don't trip over bag behind you there, but yep. Compo! Also happening, same time I've just laid up. I've just laid up the bracing panel, and this just a part of a Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40. You know, one piece front end. So what we will be doing is making just a cut along here, flange it, and then this will be a, this is the mould of course we're looking at, but then it'll be, and it's upside down, it'll be a just a wall feature for somebody's man cave, or at least for a Land Cruiser enthusiast. So that's the plan. In the background is the grinder, and Amando's preparing the bracing panel for the for this Range Rover mould that we've just laid up yesterday. Okay, we are recording now. Thank you very much for that, Amando. It wasn't recording before, Amando pointed at it. So Amando's been removing the mould, just using the plastic wedges we've got here just to push through. Now he's removing this. This will be the man cave nose pane, nose cut. So, we just had some real issues with some pre-release, hence the areas that aren't white, look like that too. Cool. We'll flip it over the other way. Flip it up the other way. I reckon we can have a look at it. Which the thing is, it's a bit sharp at the moment because we've got sharp edges. And so this is pretty much the wall cut. We've got on the other wall way down there, I can't point it. We've got some grills, but yeah, that looks pretty good. So we just got a lot of grinding, modifying, and so that's not a hole there. Where is it? Yeah, that's not a hole or anything like that. It's just, yeah, my gel coating bad. But anyway, no, it's cool. And then we can clean it up and get ready. This is a plug to make a mold, so we can make more of these for the customers. Making the plug for the FJ40 wall mount. This is the front cut. So just adding a flange in the back, got the stiffener in the, which is that tube, got the stiffener in there just to hold everything together when it's demolded, well, when it's lifted off the table. So putting this back flange on, that's part of what will be the wall mount, so it needs to be flush and flat with a wall. And then we've got a lot of Bondo work to do. You've got to shape all these tapers outwards, so it just creates a negative draft to make just a minimum number of flanges that make laying up a lot quicker. In the background is a Range Rover Classic hood, carbon fibre inlay on the bottom side. The surface will be painted. This is early hood. There's about 3 different hinges, I think, for it. But that's what we've got going in the laminating bay at TerraTough this weekend. Up here we have Richard from Bisbee Engineering. Ripping into the old ducting work there, Richard. There you go. And in the background here, what's old Stu up to?
We're
Rusty.
just going through some of the towing lights that we're going to put on the new truck, so just checking out the wiring and the program.
Oh, now all the flashes for the front.
Flashes for the front of Rolly, and also see what we need to do for a trailer plug for the remote towing light that goes on the vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Just checking that out.
And it's another hot day here in Arizona. Richard from Bisbee Engineering Welding has realigned the ducting for the turbocharger on this Cummins 12 valve, and done a great job. The reason we've realigned it is there's no air conditioning pump, so we want to get air conditioning going again in this truck. So he's been around here fabricating this and then fixing a bunch of other stuff on the truck, all the winch gear, new headboard, plus you can't see it, but there's we see the bolts anyway from the new bed locks, and also on the wheel lift, new pins and bushes, so in new aluminium, I don't know what you call that, but it's fixed up the back of the bed ramp So no, it's coming along. Just got to paint these sides, paint the wheels, paint the toolboxes, take off this tin of acetone, which is really hot. So Dave's done a great job. So we're getting there slowly. Hope to have the rollback on the road hopefully end of August. Probably more than likely, the way its progress is going, it'll be September. Great job. Thanks very much, Richard.
Lucas, if you want a caramel one, the dark brown one's in there.
He's on the spectrum. He's definitely on the spectrum.
Tell us the story, Wayne.
Oh, what is Steve? I rolled it by lack of talent.
Oh, well, it doesn't look too bad.
No, there's no damage. No damage. Got
Just
away with
pride.
everything. Just pride, yeah. And it did all the right things, so. All good. If it lives to fight another day.
But not today.
Not today, no. Going home for a clean. Right, so we'll jump in and back it out. It's all going in. Cheers, Michael.
training.
Yeah, what was it about this? A 360? No, can you go bigger than the 360?
Oh, 440 would be fucking awesome. I don't need to feed a 440.
We've got yellow ones and grey ones and green ones and white ones and black ones. Yep, these are the speaker pods. Probably a bit over a foot long, and they'll handle a 6-inch, or maybe 7-inch speaker, I think. 7-inch speaker. We're actually down to 5-inch because, oops, bike has fallen over behind me. So if we look at this part here, you can put a 5-inch speaker into here and even up to a 7-inch. So you have 5-inch to a 7-inch speaker. These are just the join line where we lay them up, and yeah, so these are the colors we do at the moment. I don't have any other colors, but they can come in all sorts of colors, or we just do them in the grey, and they could be painted to match the vehicle in metallic, or just a normal flat color, or a matte color, or whatever color you like. But these ones are made in New Zealand. We also do make these in Douglas, Arizona, USA. Project Jeep. Well, for the week and a half here, I was back in New Zealand. I was hoping to be able to work on these fenders openings, just to be able to take the 35-inch tyres, and I was going to do a custom narrowing of the fender, different style to what other people do in the States and elsewhere, but no time. So half cab or sports top that we make. So yeah, no time unfortunately to work on this one this time. hopefully next time. Otherwise, likewise in the corner, would be nice to get the V-dub body mould all made, and but it's time. We've got the floor to do, the engine cover inside. We're doing a complete V-dub bug. So the only things I don't have yet, but the doors. But this has been a lot of work, Otherwise, yeah, trailer's upside down, obviously not being used, but when it is, we drag it, flop down, use it. The 70 series Land Cruiser with the 4.2 80 series turboed engine and 60 series manual gearbox and transfer case, PDO winch, Nissan Safari winch, and then we've got 60 series diffs under it with Range Rover coils and control arms. And interior roll cage, yeah, it's this fiberglass hood. We make fiberglass fenders, and these fenders are custom fenders. Yeah, they're not your standard cruiser, they're trying to make them look like standard cruisers. Sorry, the jack handle's in the way, but the fender here is actually raised. So normally it doesn't follow that swage line, it's actually a little bit lower. And then we've got the rear wheel flares. This is for the tubbed rear body, so just allow more tyre clearance and axle articulation, being with the coils. Over here we've got the Land Rover Series 1 1956, and yes, Pete, now in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. We are getting there slowly. Well, actually, no, we're not even slowly. I haven't done anything. Once again, sort of been nice to be able to get a bit of stuff on it. Got an 80 series cruiser hood, which we had the 79 series cruiser hood matched into that. This is just the plug, it's been separated. I left this part here ready to do another custom hood sometime. Oops, box is falling apart. But as you can see, it's got the where those brushes are, hands full, can't use my fingers to point, but otherwise that's the 79 series intercooler scoop. So we'll put that on another one day. It's just one day, not at the moment, too many projects on, got to get them out of the way. And this one here is 327 Chevy, natural aspirated motor with the turbo 350. I think that Trevor Bates modified, now he's deceased, modified for Peter, and yeah, PDO power takeoff for the Daihatsu winch on the front, and then we've got, can't really see, got GQ front axle and 80 series rear, all coils. Oh, actually not coils, it's air shocks on this one. The shocks are deflated, hence the reason it's sitting low. Roll cage is fiberglass fenders, fiberglass Series 1 extended hood. We have a mould for that in the US. The back end, that's all fiberglass. It's got the original capping rails, galvanised capping rails to go on it sometime. It won't have flares, this is off-road. The doors are still original, courtesy of Pete. You've got to make aluminium ones one day. Do have moulds in America for the half cab, half top. The back on this one is squeeze my finger. Yep, back on this one is fiberglass. The roof actually is aluminium, but we, as I say, we have there's a fiberglass one around here somewhere. Also up top is a Jeep J20 or J10 or Honcho or FSJ, some people will call it. The J series Jeep from Gladiator in the 60s right through to mid 80s. This cab has been rebuilt. There is not a skerrick of rust in it. All the joins have been, I can't remember what it's called again now, but where they were spot welded back together, there was some copper paint to stop it from corrosion, and it's been undersealed on all of the inside panels. There's doors for that. There's the front end, which is a hood, outer fenders, inner fenders, radiator support panel, and yeah, that's full cab and front end. Sometime we've got to work on that, or it goes to the US, and albeit it's a right-hand drive, but not too hard to convert to left-hand drive. Otherwise, 73, 74 series cruiser, bodies tucked in the corner. That's to be moulded one day. We've had it quite a few years now. And then likewise, courtesy of Richard, this 70 series battered cab, 70 series Land Cruiser. The floor in its mint condition, that's what I've kept it for, is to mould the floor, because that's a short wheelbase. The white one's a short wheelbase, and the one with the white and grey stripe is a mid wheelbase cruiser. Otherwise, yeah, Suzuki chimney, that was preceded the current model is a Suzuki that's out now. This one we've moulded the front end panels, so we have the fenders for that, inner fenders, the hood, not the radiator support panel. We don't have the rest. We've done just the outer door skin. That was for some guy that wanted it raced in Australia, so I think we did a front clip for him. I think we might have widened it, but this one has got to go to the US so we can finish moulding it and sell them full fiberglass body on the US market. So we'll get round to that sometime. Otherwise, that's it. From your correspondent, Stevie Whitten, here in Hamilton, New Zealand, ready to head back to Douglas, USA. So send us in those orders. We need plenty of work over there. Cheers, guys.